All right. And like I said just before, this week's session is around decision making. Now, decision making is an interesting situation because a lot of people get very, very tired. And a lot of the time it's decision fatigue. They can't make up their mind about the simplest things. Just deciding whether to have pizza or pasta gives them a brain aneurysm. And, the reason that it's really important is to understand that when you make a decision, the definition is to cut from all other options. Most people say, oh, yeah, I've decided I'm going to get fit and healthy. And then next week, then they're not doing the same practices. What they've just voiced is that they've got a wish or a want. When you make a true decision, you cut from all other ties. It's like you walk out of the room that you're in and you close the door behind you and you're in a new room and you keep going. You're no longer opening that door to see what's behind it. There's a few people that when they're fasting over, traditional religious holidays, you ask them, hey, would you like some meat? And they say, no, I can't. For this month, I'm not eating meat. Or for myself, I don't drink. It's been nearly 2 years. It's coming up in 2 years. So when someone asks me, do I want to drink? I don't have to decide. I've already made the decision. I've cut from all other options. That is no longer an option for me. Now, there are two things that stop people from making decisions. Number one is knowing that we have finite time on this planet and we can't do everything. If you say yes to the pizza, you're saying no to pasta. And a lot of people can't deal with that. They've got that FOMO. They're like, well, what if the pasta is really good this week? And they're constantly in flux in between the two. Or, what if I get this car and it doesn't work out? And they've got this negative idea in their mind. As soon as we get into that thinking of realizing that we can't have it all, that's okay. That's okay. We're not designed to have it all. We can't do everything. But if we don't make decisions, we're not going to accomplish that much. The second reason people struggle is confidence. What are people going to think about me if I make the wrong decision? Am I going to be able to handle it if other people are eating the pasta and it looks really good and I feel really bad about myself because I wasn't smart enough or strong enough to make the choice that I decided I should have made? Now, I like to think of it as this way. We've got two poles of thinking. We've got positive and negative. So whenever we have a negative thought, we think, oh, I don't know if I can decide on this. The worst thing that can happen, consciously, we're worrying and doubting. We're coming up with worrying and doubtful thoughts. Whenever we do that on a feeling level, that sets up the emotion of fear. We start fearing what we're going to miss out on. And as soon as we get into fearful feelings in our body, we feel anxiety. That's what we do. When you're struggling to make a decision, you get anxious thoughts, your blood pressure goes up, your heart rate quickens, your breathing goes shallower. You're not relaxed. You're in a state of heightened emotional state. And because of that, you burn energy, you get fatigued, you get tired a lot quicker. Now, the opposite is to look at it from the other side and go, you know what? I'm confident enough that I can make this decision and not worry about it. That's a good thought. So you think that. And suddenly, when you're thinking good thoughts like that, you're thinking from knowledge and understanding that you're going to be okay either way. If you make a wrong decision, it's all going to be okay. And when you think that way, in your feeling body, you feel faith. You feel faith. You feel completely at ease that everything's going to be okay. And your body then is in a state of well-being. When you're feeling at peace and got faith that everything's going to be okay, you feel at ease. And when you're at ease, you're relaxed. You don't burn off unnecessary energy. When you're making decisions, really what's happened when you're in an indecisive state, what's really happening is ambivalence. You've got opposite feelings within you towards the same objective. Now, if you're constantly worried about, well, if I buy this car, it's going to be good, but it's going to cost too much. It's going to look really good. I'm going to enjoy it. But other people, you've got different feelings towards the same objective. You're always going to be in that state of anxiousness. So what it comes down to is developing confidence that your decisions are going to be okay, that you will be okay. You have enough self-confidence. You have enough knowledge to understand that if you make a wrong decision, you can simply make another one next time. If you get the pizza this time, you can get the pasta next time. And making decisions quickly is something that they've actually found in studies of successful people and non-successful people. Is one of the big differences. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them often. They wait forever. They weigh up everything. And then when they get there, they're still not sure. So they keep changing their mind, even in that moment. Whereas successful people make decisions quickly and they change them rarely because they're so confident about what it is that they want and where they're going. So we're going to do some journaling prompts now. I hope that information was helpful and you enjoyed it to some degree. But we're going to get into some questions and journaling now that's going to really help us feel good about ourselves and good about our decisions. So I want you to just write at the top of your page, Mindful Mondays. Maybe put the date, the 25th of the 9th, 2023, and write decision making. So Mindful Mondays, the date, decision making. And then underneath that, just put the number 1. And this is your question that I want you to journal about. Think of 3 committed decisions that you've made that you're really happy with, and write them down in dot points of A, B, and C. Now you don't have to have 3. That's okay. So if you only end up with 2, that's okay. But you can start by saying 3 decisions I've made that I'm really happy with are, and then A, B, and C. Think about your past. Think about some of the decisions you've made. Maybe you finished high school and that was the decision you made to keep going, to get through it, and you're glad you did it. Maybe you moved somewhere. Maybe you ended a relationship. Anything that comes to mind. And it doesn't even have to be a big thing. It could just be that you decided to send your mum a loving text message today. And once you've got 3, just because I can't see anyone's faces, if you could just hit the, there's an emoji button down below. If you could just hit the emoji to give a thumbs up or something, that would be amazing. Awesome. Thanks, Parwin and Joe. Oh, Joe, I didn't see you sneak in there. Good to see you. All right, so we've got 2. Stay. Thank you very much. 3. All right. We'll keep going then. Number 2. I want you to write number 2 underneath. Oh, thanks, Tracy. Number 2, I want you to write, why was this decision such a good one? I want you to ask yourself, why was it such a good decision? And underneath, you can just go A, B, and C. So for each one of your decisions, why was this a good decision? Maybe it made you feel good. Maybe it gave you something. Maybe it put you in a better position financially. Why was it a good decision? And if you need to, just take a deep breath as you're going through these. Just relax into it. No pressure here. And again, once you're done with this, if you could just give a thumbs up, that would be incredible. Oh, you changed your name. No worries, Joe. All right, thank you, Julie. Thanks, Di. And next question. If you need to leave some room to finish up your answers, that's completely okay. You can come back to it. Number 3, what good things did you learn about yourself through making each decision? It's okay to say the same thing if you have overlap, maybe that you were, more confident than you realized, maybe you're smarter than you realized. But for each of them, so A, B, and C, what good things did you learn about yourself through making each decision? Maybe you learned that you're more capable than you ever thought. Maybe you learned that you're just a loving, caring person. And again, just when you're finished, if you could just give a thumbs up, that would be amazing. You're doing really well, guys. Just enjoy the process. Again, there's no pressure here. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Joe. Beautiful. And number 4, I want you to write down 3 good reasons why making decisions quickly and changing them rarely is a good idea. I want you to write down. Maybe you only have 1, maybe you come up with 2, but why is it a good idea for you to make decisions quickly, in the moment, stick to it, and just feel confident that you'll be completely okay? Why is it a good reason? Maybe it helps you progress quicker. Maybe it makes you less stressed to just make decisions and just act straight away. Maybe in the allotted time, you can come up with 4 or 5. I feel like Tracy's been writing pretty quick, so maybe she'll get 4 or 5. There you go, Arwen. And again, once you're done with that, just let me know with a thumbs up. Oh, thank you, Stay. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm assuming it's Stay with the E. Thank you, Julie. Awesome. Thank you, Tracy. And we'll move on to number 5. Again, if you need to leave some room because you want to come back and add to it, go for it. Fantastic. That's a great idea. But number 5, what decision do you want to habitually stick to this week? So you can write it out by saying, the decision I want to habitually stick to this week is, maybe it's a bedtime that you want to stick to. Maybe it's eating healthier. Maybe you really want to stick to that decision. Maybe you don't want to and ah anymore about this decision. You're going to bed at this time. You're eating this kind of food. You're doing this workout. You're making so many sales calls at work, whatever it is for you. But what is the decision that you want to habitually stick to? You want to cut from all other options or ideas, and you want to stick to it. Oh, thank you, Tracy and Julie. You guys preempted me with the thumbs up. Amazing. I hope you enjoyed that exercise. And if you did, or maybe even if you didn't, please feel free to send me a message on Meetup or just connect with me on social media, David Keith Turner on Instagram and Facebook. I am on LinkedIn, but I'm not very active on there. So if you want to connect with me, go for it. But now that you've done that exercise, give yourself a pat on the back just for doing the work. You know, sitting there journaling about these things. And I seriously suggest you actually give yourself a pat on the back. It feels good. You did well. You turned up on a Monday night to do this session, so well done to you. And now we're going to get ready for a guided meditation / visualization. So I want you to get yourself nice and comfortable. Wherever you're sitting, if you need to get up and stretch out, get comfortable, get rid of any stress in your body, anything that feels tight or sore, just move your body. Kind of sucks to sit in the same spot when you're feeling uncomfortable and you haven't moved for a while. So if you need to stand up and move around, go for it. But then I want you to just, when you're ready, sit down, find a nice, comfortable place to sit. And I'm just going to put some meditation music on now. And I hope you enjoy it. Now, can someone just give me a heads up that the music is coming through loud and clear? Just a thumbs up on the thing would be amazing. Or if it needs to go up or down, maybe just let me know in the chat. Okay, we might have to fly it blind then. I'll just assume that it's all working perfectly fine. Oh, thank you, Julie. Thank you, Sty. Just take a moment to relax, arrive into the space. Thanks, Joe. Just get nice and comfortable where you're sitting. Let your body come to a rest. Come to a completely relaxed and still position. Make any final adjustments you need. Put your hands either on your lap, on your thighs, or if you want to, if you're feeling a bit anxious right now, you can put your hands together if you would like. Just relax into the space, close your eyes. Just take a moment. Take a few deep breaths into the nose, into the stomach, out through the mouth. And with every exhale, just let your body relax even deeper. When you exhale, just let your shoulders drop down, away from your ears. Keep your back as straight as you can without being too rigid. And I want you to now just become aware of your breath. We're going to do some deep breathing together, where we're going to breathe in for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and then we're going to breathe out for 6 seconds. Then we'll hold for 4 more seconds, and we'll repeat the process a few times together. And when you breathe in through your nose, into your stomach, and let your chest expand after your stomach is full. And when you breathe out, just let your whole body relax. And when you hold, try and just stay as relaxed as you possibly can. There's no need to tense up or anything like that. And we're going to take our first inhale through the nose. In 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. 2, 3, 4. Now just allow your breathing to return to normal. Take a moment to just notice how you're feeling. Just notice how your body's feeling. Notice how your mind is feeling. do your best just to relax in this moment. We're going to do a little bit of a visualization here. And I want you to imagine that you're walking along a really beautiful path along a river. And it's a really, really wide river, but it's not that deep. But there's not much water in it. It's just a little trickle of a stream in the middle. And I want you to imagine that you walk down the bank, you're barefoot, you've got some bathers on. You walk down, you put your feet in the stream. Water feels absolutely amazing. It feels warm, it feels rejuvenating. And you look up the river and see that there's a dam that's holding all the water back. And as you take a deep breath in, you feel something inside of you just release. An emotional block that you've been holding onto. As you look upstream, part of the wall comes down. More water starts rushing towards you. And when it hits you, suddenly it's now up to your knees. And it feels so good. You notice the sparkle in the water, the temperature of it. And it feels like love has just flown to you. Just flowed right into your body. And you feel the goodness, you feel the energy of this water moving around your knees. As you look up at the river again, another part of it breaks and more water starts coming down. And as it gets to you, it's just got a beautiful glow to it. And as it breaks around you, it's now up to your waist. It feels so good. You feel abundance flowing to you, you feel love, you feel confidence. And it's at this point you look up to the side of the bank and you notice a few of your loved ones are coming down to the water. You're waving to them, you're really excited to see them, they're excited to see you. It's like you're bringing this water, you're bringing this love, this confidence to them. It feels so good, and you look up at the river and you want it to break again. You want more of this positive energy flowing through you. And more of the riverbank breaks. And the water flows all the way down, right to you and your loved ones. Now it's right up around your chest. It feels so good. It's just moving slowly around you, and you just feel like this water is healing you. It's moving away any indecision that you have, replacing it with confidence, with gratitude, with love. Now that this water is this deep, you can still feel your feet on the ground. And you're enjoying this so much, you want the river to break completely, so you can swim in this positive ocean of motion with your loved ones. And you look up and you will that dam to break. You see that part of that dam is held up with fear. It's held up with doubt. It's held up with indecision. And you're done with holding on to that. You don't want that to block the good that could possibly flow to and through you anymore. And with a determined glance at it, it breaks under your gaze. And the water comes down, and suddenly you're lifted off your feet. Everyone's floating effortlessly in this water, and they're smiling at you. Your loved ones see your family members, friends, whoever it is that you want, and they're all swimming around in this positive, beautiful energy that you have brought to them, with and through you, through your determination, your decision making, through love. I want you to just feel it all the way through your body, just swimming in this positive energy. Feel laughter, happiness, joy, humor, abundance just flowing all the way through every fiber of your being. I want you to now see yourself and your loved ones swimming back to the bank that you climbed in. As you're getting closer, your feet touch the ground. You just feel so full. You feel so refreshed and invigorated. As you walk up, grab a towel, dry yourself off with your loved ones, just laughing, looking back at the river, and you see it's just glowing. You put a hand to your heart and you say, thank you. Thank you for bringing me everything that I want. Thank you for allowing me to experience this. I know that I had a part in this, but I also know this was a gift from nature, from the universe to me, and I'm grateful for it. I want you to take a really deep breath in through your nose. Breathe it in. And let it go. And again, just take another deep breath in. Just feel it radiating all the way through your body. It feels so good. And then breathe it out. And now I want you to slowly let the vision of the river and the bank fade away and bring yourself back into your body where you sit right now. Become aware of your weight on the ground beneath you. Become aware of your own breathing, how your eyes feel, temperature of the room. When you feel ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your body around, move your neck from side to side, roll your shoulders. Come back into the space. When you feel finished, when you feel complete, you slowly open your eyes. Welcome back, guys. And there you have it. I hope you really enjoyed coming along to today's session. If it was your first one, I hope that you enjoyed it enough to come back. Got a few people here who have come each week, which is fantastic. And when you exit this session, it gives you a chance to rate it on Meetup. The more ratings it gets, the more people it goes out to and more people come along. So if you could do me an absolute solid favor and just give it a quick review and either 5, 4, 3 stars, whichever one you feel it deserves, that would be absolutely incredible. I would be forever grateful for that. I do also wish to announce that after this week, I will no longer be, as a mindset coach, be taking on new clients. So if working on your mindset is something that you would like to do at this point, I'm running a 12-week online group program where we go through finding your purpose, how to set goals, overcome indecision, and make choices about what it is that you really want. Then we spend 4 weeks going through confidence, how to believe in yourself, how to overcome fear. And we use meditations like this and material and teachings to really dive deep so we can learn how to think on that positive pole of things. And the last part is we go through relationships, our relationship with ourselves, our relationship with other people, our relationship with the world. Like, do we have a good relationship with money? Do we have a good relationship with health and fitness? So if you've ever thought about working with a mindset coach, I am offering free one-to-one calls at the moment. It's a good chance to just have a chat. On those calls, basically, you just tell me a little bit about yourself, where you're at, what some of your struggles are, what some of your desires, some of the things that you really want to accomplish are, and I'll give you some advice. I'll give you some mindset coaching so that you can work towards overcoming them, and it's completely free. So for a 20-minute chat with a mindset coach, I never try and sell people into something they don't want, just so you know. That's just not my thing. On all my services, I have money back guarantee. So if I don't think you're a good fit, I know it won't work out. I know that you'll probably want that money back guarantee. So it doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve you. And if there is someone else who I think would be better suited, or there's some tools, material that I think would be really helpful for where you're at right now, then I'll recommend it. If you don't want to work with a coach, that's completely fine. But yeah, if you do want to work with a coach or have a free call, there is the link in the chat. Now I am going to end the recording. So I just realized I'm still doing that. How do I do that? And I'm going to open it up. The way that this works